guys, welcome back to Pro Gun. If you haven't already done so, please hit the subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate that. I've had a few people ask me about Derringers and whether they're good for personal defense. And my buddy Leon Thompson was good enough to lend me his so I can evaluate it and tell you what I think. To give you some history, the Derringer was originally invented in 1825 by Henry Derringer. They did not go into production until the 1850s. When they first came out, they were flintlock pistols, but by the 1860s, they looked just like this. And these were the original pocket pistols or Saturday night specials. They were very popular with women, especially the prostitutes. They can stick them in their bra, and the men could stick them in their shirt or their boot. And this is what John Wilkes Booth used when he shot Lincoln in the back of the head. I've never fired this before. We're going to take a closer look at it, and then I'm going to take it out in the backyard and put it through a few rounds through it. All right, so let's take a closer look at the Derringer. One thing to note is that the Derringers are now spelled with two R's, and the reason for that is Henry Derringer only had one R in his name. So when other companies started producing these, they used two R's, and that's how they got away from the copyright and trademark issues. This has got a bit of weight to it, and this was really common back in the 1860s. The women, especially the prostitutes, would carry it in their bra. The men could put it in their pants or their boot or their shirt pocket. And this really was the first pocket pistol or the first Saturday night special. Now, this is unloaded. So to open it up, you flip this lever down and it breaks open. And they typically hold 2 rounds over under. And here's how you eject the shells. This one is chambered in .38 special. And again, you could see the over-under barrel. So the question is, how accurate is that going to be? The sights are horrible. The trigger is horrible. But I've never fired one of these before. And my buddy Leon said, well, why don't you take mine for a whirl? So thanks again, Leon. It is single action only. And it's a pretty hard trigger pull. And I don't know, I can't see firing 2 shots in succession quickly with this to use for personal defense. It is a rifled barrel, and I'm wondering how the second round that's underneath is going to fire, because you have no idea where it's going to go. But I'm going to take this out in the backyard and give it a whirl. Another thing to note is that they used to carry it cocked in one position like that. And the reason for that is because you can see the firing pins rest right on the primer. And I'm betting you any money, if you drop this on the ground like that, it's going to go off. So they would typically pull it back, and then you can't fire it at all. So let's take this out in the backyard, give it a whirl, and then I'll give you my assessment. All right, so to load this thing up, you just slide this lever down. And I have 2 rounds of .38 special. And you close it up, push the lever down, and you're ready to go. Let's fire it. All right, so after shooting this in the backyard, I confirmed my suspicions. It is a very difficult gun to shoot. It is very inaccurate. You can't hit jack shit with this thing at more than 5 feet away. The sights are horrible. The trigger is horrible. It is only single action, and under duress to try to pull this hard hammer back and pull the trigger, bang, bang, it's practically impossible, right? And then with the over-under barrel, you just don't really know where these bullets are going to go. They're not cheap. They're between $200 and $300. And for that price, you know, you can get a compact 38 special revolver, or you can get a Taurus semi-automatic pistol. And they're not much bigger than this, but they're a lot more reliable and they have more capacity. And remember, this only holds 2 rounds, right? So if you get a bad primer strike, you're screwed. Now you're down to 1 round. And being that it's single action, to have to pull this trigger back, you know, and fire 2 rounds in succession is impossible to do. If you want to buy one of these just for fun, or just to have a piece of nostalgia, that's fine. But do yourself a favor. Do not buy one of these for personal defense. This is just not going to cut it, and it's not safe. I would highly advise not using a Derringer for personal defense. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.